gentlemen, and welcome to this edition of the Nitro Corner. I'm Paul the Nitro Skywers. Today is Sunday, and it's time for the Classic Match of the Week, and will be followed by the booking sheet for Night of Champions. But let's get started with the Classic Match of the Week in the spirit of the Triple H CM Punk no disqualification match tonight. I thought this week's Classic Match of the Week should emphasize the term of a true fight, an alley fight. From the Don't You Dare Miss It channel, we go back to May 4th, 1981, the infamous alley fight at Madison Square Garden in New York City, where Sergeant Slaughter took on his hated rival at the time, Pat Patterson. Now, Slaughter started this feud by putting the Cobra Clutch on Pat Patterson and not letting go for several minutes. This instigated the war between these two men, and this was a rematch from last month at the time at the Garden, where both men were disqualified by the referee. This alley fight was brutal, it was bloody, it was violent, but it certainly settled the feud between Pat Patterson and Sergeant Slaughter. So that is this week's Classic Match of the Week, the alley fight between Sergeant Slaughter and Pat Patterson from May 4th, 1981 at Madison Square Garden, courtesy of the Don't You Dare Miss It channel. And now it is time for the booking sheet for Night of Champions tonight on pay-per-view. Let's get started. I'll start off with the Divas Championship first. I do believe that Beth Phoenix may have an advantage here over Kelly Kelly. She has been on a roll. She's got power and strength. Even though Kelly Kelly's got determination, I feel tonight is Beth Phoenix's night. Beth Phoenix will become the brand new Divas Champion tonight. Next up, the Tag Team Championships of the World are on the line as Air Boom defends their titles against The Miz and R-Truth. Now, even though The Miz and R-Truth have got momentum after their singles victories this past week over the Tag Team Champions, at the end of the day, it is teamwork. And I believe the teamwork of Air Boom will prevail in this instance. Air Boom, one of the most exciting young teams I've seen in a long time, will remain World's Tag Team Champions at Night of Champions this evening. Next up is a fatal four-way for the United States Heavyweight Championship. As the champion, Dolph Ziggler with the Ultimate Cougar, Vicky Guerrero at ringside to take on Jack Swagger, the All-American American. Excuse me. John Morrison and Alex Riley, the A-Rye. Alex Riley. I think, in my opinion, this should be an interesting matchup. As you know, the breakup of Swagger and Ziggler as a tag team, I think that's going to be the focus tonight. But I think some way, somehow, Swagger's going to end up getting involved either with Morrison or Riley tonight and take himself out of the equation. I think Dolph Ziggler has got some momentum now as the United States Champion. So at the end of the day, Dolph Ziggler will somehow finagle his way out as victorious and still the United States Heavyweight Champion. Next up, the Intercontinental title is on the line as Cody Rhodes defends against his former tag team partner and friend, Ted DiBiase. This should be an outstanding matchup, excuse me, between two second-generation wrestlers. As you know, their fathers, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Sr., had a great feud in the early 80s in Mid-South and down in the Texas area. But I think this should be one to look out for. I think at the end of the day, it's Cody Rhodes using the Crossroads on Ted DiBiase to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Cody has been on a roll as of late. I think he'll pull off the win at Night of Champions. Next up, need I say any further? No disqualification. And as CM Punk will take on Triple H. Now remember, folks, if Triple H loses, he no longer is COO of the WWE. And that's right, folks, I'm going to be biased here. That's right, I am going to be biased. CM Punk will beat Triple H. Oh, please, Lord, let it happen so Triple H won't be COO anymore. Oh, please, Lord, please. CM Punk will beat Triple H, and will end this crap of Triple H, the career politician, as the CEO of the WWE. That's right, I am pulling for CM Punk. Please, Lord, let it happen. Getting back to the booking sheet now. Next, the WWE Championships on the line, as John Cena will challenge Alberto Del Rio for the title this evening. I think with the beating that Ricardo Rodriguez got last week, I think he'll be thinking twice about stepping in the ring again. I think John Cena has that championship edge over Alberto Del Rio. I think John Cena's hungry enough, even though he's a Kool-Aid drinking moron. I think John Cena will eventually, at the end of the day, become the new WWE Champion. And then in the main event, the real main event, the Viper, Randy Orton, defending the World Heavyweight title against the Master of the Hall of Pain, Mark Henry. I think this is going to be a physical matchup between these two men, but I got to hand it to Mark Henry. He is on a major roll right now. And if Randy Orton can somehow pin him, it would be a miracle. But at the end of the day, I hate to say it, but Mark Henry, the proprietor and master of the Hall of Pain, will add Randy Orton's name to the list, and he will become the new World Heavyweight Champion. And that is the booking sheet for Night of Champions tonight on pay-per-view. And that's it for this edition of the Nitro Corner. I will be back, guaranteed, on Friday for the Weekend Report. Until then, I'm Paul the Nitro Skyver saying, have a great week, everybody. We'll see you Friday on the Nitro Corner. So long, everybody.